everyone. In this video, I'm going to be talking about staged car accidents. Once again, gangstalking is human trafficking via organized crime. Human traffickers need a human to profit from. That human has an identity. That identity is used to exploit them for money and to place them in debt bondage. Communication control is a must when it comes to human trafficking. Communication control is a must when it comes to gangstalking. Exactly the same thing. The only difference here is that victims of human traffickers do not have freedom of movement, while victims of gangstalking, which is also human trafficking via organized crime, do have freedom of movement. Okay, in regards to stage car accidents, feel free to Google it. Stage car accidents and gangstalking are linked. And let me give you a heads up, 100% true. Okay, so this program, gangstalking, has been perfected down to a science. The likelihood of these professional psychopaths making a mistake is 1 in a million. Okay, this program has been perfected from the filthy rich on top to deadly experiments, and that includes hospitals, laboratories, universities, etc., to these professional psychopaths who have been carefully selected and are needed to keep these targets, victims of human trafficking via organized crime, to make sure that these targets don't get outside their radar. To their street theater personnel, to criminal thugs, and to the bottom of the barrel, the disposable people. Okay, so these professional psychopaths are not going to risk their freedoms and lives staging car accidents themselves. And it is not like it is the first time staging a car accident. They have premeditated this game time and time again. They have perfected this game, the gangstalking program. So they're gonna ask their street theater personnel. Their street theater personnel is gonna ask a street thug, street criminal thug. This street criminal thug is gonna find a dumbass who will risk his life and freedom staging a car accident on these targets. Same with car vandalisms. These professional psychopaths are not gonna vandalize these targets' property themselves. They're gonna send the street theater personnel. All right. And when I say dumbass, it doesn't mean a person with low IQ. It means a person who would do it just for the money. Most likely a crack addict, or like somebody that needs his or her fix, some cash. Those are the only people, and they're not gonna use the same person every single time because that will raise too many eyebrows. Okay, they use the disposable people. So they're gonna use somebody that probably doesn't have legal documents, probably doesn't speak English. The person that they're gonna use is not the owner of the vehicle that they're gonna use. The owner of the vehicle doesn't know that this dumbass crack addict is using his or her car. The insurance does not belong to the car, or it has been premeditated. It will never be linked to these professional psychopaths who wanna hurt these targets. So if they're gonna stage a car accident, what is the likelihood of these targets that are gonna survive? They don't know, and they don't care. So whoever placed you in this program, and feel free to Google this, the goal of this program is to suicide the target. So we're not talking anything fun here. This is a serious program. This is a dangerous program. So I feel sorry for all these targets, especially if they haven't done anything. And like I've mentioned in my previous videos too, in 2019 I met a group of targets, and 90%, not even 60 or 70, 90% of these targets are women who haven't done anything, who haven't pissed off anybody to the point that they're gonna send professionals staging car accidents on these targets. But there is such a breed of humans on this planet that they get off on that. It's called psycho porn, snuff videos. And I really, from my personal view, I really don't think that they're gonna go out of their way staging car accidents just so they can get off. I don't think so. Maybe. Only the gang stalkers know. So if you're a gang stalker and you know the real reason for staging car accidents, feel free to comment. Because I read somewhere online that some of these targets have life insurance policies placed on them. Go figured. Because these gang stalkers, they don't like working. It is organized crime, a lot of fraud, a lot of money. People are a commodity. Human trafficking is in the billions a year. And they're not gonna stop anytime soon. So the outcome of these targets surviving, ending up injured, disabled, or dying, they don't care. They will benefit every single time. These professional psychopaths have premeditated this game. They have premeditated the outcome. So if the target survives, they benefit. If the target ends up injured, they benefit. And if the target ends up dead, they benefit. This is a dangerous program, and the purpose of this program is to suicide the target. So they constantly must do character assassination. They must. Because if these targets go out there trying to get help, nobody's gonna believe them if they figure out how to stage ways on how to destroy these targets' character, right? They must do that. This gang-stalking program has been perfected down to a science to traffic people to prison, to traffic people to mental institutions. And if these targets survive, both, they're just gonna be constantly exploited for money. Okay? And if these targets wanna go to, let's say, to a judge or to the police no, don't, no exposure here. We're gonna figure out how to end your life fast. Staging car accidents is one of them. So I have to say this, but police is involved in gang stalking, and so is the fire department. But it's a whole show, just like how these professional psychopaths are gonna get their street theater personnel, and the street theater personnel are gonna get a bunch of clowns, criminal thugs, and those criminal thugs are gonna get another clown who doesn't care about his freedom or life, is staging a car accident himself. What are clowns good for? Clowns, what are they good for? Clowns are good to make people laugh. They act. What are clowns good for? What do clowns do? That's what they are. A bunch of clowns doing what clowns do best. Make a performance for an audience. Who are the audience? The professional psychopaths, who are probably like waiting for these targets to react, to freak them out, for snuff films, Life Misery on Demand, which I'm also gonna put a link on this video here. All my videos have links that you can refer them to. Life Misery on Demand. There are, like I said, there's an elite group that would pay a lot of money to destroy people's lives for their sadistic entertainment. And if it's not that, most likely deadly experiments. Some of these deadly experiments are doing PTSD, constantly destroying somebody to see how they survive. Deadly experiments. And if this is true or not, are there life insurance policies on these targets? If you're a gang stalker and you're watching this, feel free to comment and tell me if there are life insurance policies placed on these targets. Because, like I said before, I really don't think that they're gonna go out of their way staging car accidents on these targets who haven't done anything or who haven't pissed off anybody to the point that they're staging car accidents on them. One of the check marks for human trafficking is abuse of privilege. somebody higher up is calling these police officers and asking them, hey, what are you doing between 2 and 4 p.m.? Nothing. Can you go park at this location? What location is that? Where the target is. Most likely their home. So these targets, which are mostly women, single mothers on top of that, some of them are, who haven't done anything. And remember, this program has been perfected to traffic people to the psych ward. So they're like all freaking out, and that is the purpose. It's a whole show. So that police officer is parked outside these targets' home, not doing anything. He's probably checking out Facebook. But the target's already freaking out. And that's the purpose of these programs, to keep them freaked out. Because if they're freaked out, they're not thinking straight. This is a very psychological program here. They're not thinking straight. And when they're not thinking straight, they're going to make a mistake. And guess what? They're going to be framed. So if you're a target individual and you haven't done anything, and there's police officers parked outside your home in the middle of the summer for hours, for days and months, this is only for the target individuals who have a clean record of no record of no crime. Just go outside and be like, hello, police officer. You've been out here for hours now. Would you like to have a lemonade? And may I please have your business card? You must collect these police officers' business cards, because there will be a time that you need to put together all this evidence that you've been collecting, that they've been abusing they've been abusing everything. They've been trespassing your property. They're supposed to, if you are under investigation, no problem. They can trespass your property, right? To investigate. But why are they taking your valuables? Why are they taking valuables if these targets are under investigation? Why are these investigators taking their Louis Vuitton, taking their Prada, taking their jewelry? What's going on with that? Is that an investigation really, or is that like an excuse to go and be a bunch of scavengers? Why are they making your money disappear? Is that an investigation? Or is that a bunch of identity theft, fraud, embezzlement, human trafficking, right? Why are they intercepting your United States Postal Mail? United States Postal Mail is linked to mortgage fraud, identity theft. Identity theft is linked to a bunch of fraud. So these targets are constantly being exploited for money. So identity theft is not just like somebody just made a copy of your bank card and your passwords and is starting hacking your bank accounts. No, they're using your name for a long list of fraud. All right. So that's the reason they're intercepting mail. Okay. They have access to all your devices. So when these targets are trying to go reach out for help, no legal help. No, you cannot expose human trafficking. These targets, whoever tries to expose human trafficking, it's very dangerous. You don't want to be exposed. Why not? Because they're a bunch of cheating bitches. They are using people to get themselves rich. And if they were not using people to get themselves rich, why are they hacking your bank accounts? And if they're not using people to get themselves rich, why are they intercepting mail? And if they're not using people to get themselves rich, why are they trespassing your property and making your valuables disappear? If they want a Louis Vuitton, if they want a Tiffany jewelry, a bunch of Tiffany jewelry, why don't they get a side job if they like that so much? Why don't they get a side job and go to the store and get it fresh? Gangstalking, they're a bunch of scavengers. They will get anything they can from these targets. And that includes their brain data, and that includes their sex life, and that includes their intellectual property, that includes their real estate, that includes their money from their bank accounts. That includes some of their clothes. If they find something nice, they will take it from you. Now, if you are a gang stalker, you tell me what is the reason for you guys to be staging car accidents on these targets who haven't done anything, who are mostly women, who have not pissed off anybody to be in this slow kill program. Be honest. Are there really life insurance policies placed on these targets? And for how much? Who's placing these life insurance policies on them? That's called cheating. So if this is real, if these targets have life insurance policies on them, and if you're a gang stalker, why don't you, if you guys can do that, why don't you go place a life insurance policy on your grandmother's or somebody that's old? You don't have to go out of your way staging car because they're gonna die soon anyways, right? Some of your relatives. If this is real, why don't you do that? Why don't you use your own relatives that are like super old, that only have a few years left? I really hope these life insurance policies on these targets are not somebody just made that up online, or else it wouldn't be online because I found it online, right? So like they stage a car accident, the police is gonna show up. Talk to the police officer. Be nice. You have to be nice. Don't be scared to the police. They're there to protect us. Yeah, there is a corrupt group, but there are also nice officers. I met some of the nicest, hardworking officers. All right. But there is a corrupt group that is linked to these gang stalkers. But they don't do any harm. All they do is like park their car outside just to freak you out, collect their business cards, ask them to, hey, can you please investigate who's been vandalizing my car? Document everything. So back to stage car accidents, get a camera that from the back and from the front, because they're gonna constantly vandalize your car, because they don't like it. They don't like it when you move. Yeah, they don't like it when these targets get outside their radar. They don't like it because they have to send their men, especially if you're a target and they're doing the electronic harassment. If these targets move a lot, they don't like working. These people don't like working. Do you think that they have to send their men to follow you? And this is no paranoia here. Feel free to Google it. So these targets are like, okay, gang stalking is real. Gang stalking is linked to electronic harassment. Electronic harassment is linked to a bunch of fraud and human trafficking. And these gang stalkers are getting themselves rich staging car accidents. Staging car accidents is like a bunch of fraud. So it is. So these people, what do they care about? Do they care about these targets' lives? No. They see them as like a piece of meat that they can just stage a car accident. All they care about is making money. Money. We like the money. We all like the money. There's nothing wrong with wealth. Wealth is a compensation for hard work. You do that, gang stalkers. Please get a side job, work hard, and make yourself wealthy that way. Don't go placing life insurance on these policies staging a car accident. That's called cheating. You gang stalkers are cheating your way to wealth. If these targets have a life insurance policies placed on them, if this is true, what I found online, then these gang stalkers are cheating their way to wealth. A bunch of cheaters. And these targets should not be afraid of cheaters. Why else would they be staging car accidents? I'm thinking deadly experiments again, neuroprosthetics, brain initiative research maybe, Parkinson's disease, accelerating death. Gang stalking is premature death. So if you're a target individual, try to move and see if they're gonna stage car accidents on you. Most of these targets don't even have cars. These gang stalkers have like done their job so well. They have vandalized their property. They have sent them so many fraudulent traffic tickets. Why would these gang stalkers send these targets fraudulent traffic tickets? For 3 reasons. One, since they love that money so much, to exploit them for money. 2, to make them look like they are irresponsible drivers, to give them points, because remember, this gang stalking program is to destroy that target in every way possible. Character assassination, horrible credit scores, right? Late payments, they delay your payments to make you look like you don't pay on time, etc., etc., etc. Like, I just found out I was on a do not rent list from this hotel that I'm not gonna mention. And according to the supervisor of this hotel, 10 years ago or a long time ago, I did not check out at 1 p.m. So they had to call the police. And I was like, really? Obviously, these gang stalkers have these programs. They're hacking. They can hack into the doctor software. They can hack into any software, especially your bank accounts, and change things around. So I was like, really? So the police was called, and there's a record there. So they put me in that do not rent list. Really? Okay, let's call the police if that's really the truth, because that's not true. So they change things around, especially with your money. They will make these targets homeless. And how do they do that? By making payments disappear, by making their money disappear, with leaving no evidence behind. So these banks cannot even compensate for the missing money. Okay, so I said traffic tickets. What are the 3 reasons for traffic tickets? 1, to make them look like they're irresponsible drivers, to take their license away, to giving them points, and to exploit them for money. Okay, so if you're a target individual, please collect these traffic tickets, and you're gonna notice that most of them are photoshopped. Yes, they are using your car. Yes, they are using your vehicle. Yes, they are using your tags. But in my case, they're so good at the cloning. They're so good at cloning logos and legal documents. They look amazing, by the way. Great job, gang stalkers. Oh my God, look at the fine print on this document. Amazing work. But you don't fool me. You do not fool me. This, by the way, which I will be taking to the Superior Court, this is federal crime. I'm not the one doing the crime here. And this is why you are staging car accidents on me, because this will land whoever did this in prison, not me. So I have to expose this program because I am being targeted for paying my bills on time. And my money is constantly missing, disappearing from my bank accounts. And my banks are closing. I wonder who's doing that. Don't go staging car accidents on me. Stop sending me fraudulent traffic tickets. I'm not going to pay for them anymore. I paid for them for so many years. Thousands of dollars. I made you rich in so many ways. So if you criminals love that money so much, go get a side job and make it happen like we all do. Don't keep these targets on survival mode. These people are on survival mode, and that's exactly what you want. You want these targets that are on survival mode to go on a grocery store because they need to eat and start stealing, and that's exactly what you want to frame them. Right? Same with women. You want these women to go to their friends asking for a loan, right? When you criminals are making their money disappear, isn't that cute? When you criminals are telling that these targets are beggars, they're hustle men for a living, a long list that are drug addicts, like a long list that you do. It's part of your organized crime, gang stalking, RICO Act, same thing. stealing their property. Clearly, these gang stalkers love money. They don't care about their reputation. I do care about my reputation. Yeah, I'm not a perfect person. I messed up in the past, but nothing that will let me in prison. All right. So these gang stalkers, they really love that money, and they will go that far to staging car accidents. They get off on it. And framing these targets with mental illnesses is their jail-free card. So if you're a target, do not go to the police unless you have solid evidence. They will mess up. Eventually they mess up. The professional psychopaths don't make mistakes. But their personnel at the bottom, because gang stalking is from the elite at the top to hospitals, universities, laboratories, to these professional psychopaths, making sure that their targets do not get outside their radar, to their street theater personnel, to their bunch of clowns at the bottom with the criminal thugs. Same with, and what do criminal thugs do when they're finding a bunch of clowns to stage something? Same with deadly experiments. A bunch of clowns manipulating their test subject's environment. So what are clowns good for? What do clowns do? They perform for an audience. So these deadly experiments, they send their clinical investigators, I think they're called, to manipulate their test subject's environment so they can collect data. So I really hope staging car accidents on these test subjects is not part of these deadly experiments. Only they know. Hey, any experiments out there that staging car accidents are necessary? If you are part of this, please feel free to comment if you know. And who are you linked to? What university are you linked to, or hospital, or laboratory? Feel free to make a comment there. All right. So staging car accidents and gang stalking is 100% linked. It is real. They will stage car accidents on you. And do I have facts that life insurance policies are placed on these targets? No, I do not have facts, but I read it online, so I have to share this. All right. What else? Why else will they be staging car accidents? To send these targets a message, to freak them out, to keep them. Intimidation, violence is linked to. Violence is linked to nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is linked to gang stalking. Psychoporn, snuff videos, is linked to gang stalking. Gang stalking uses a bunch of ways on how to terrorize these targets, including nanotechnology, cyber torture, snuff film, satanic ritual abuse. Satanic ritual abuse, satanic sacrifice. They sacrifice people. So these spectators, these elite who are paying a lot of money to destroy somebody's life, can have a laugh. And who do they use? The same psychopaths in the middle, who have premeditated, who have perfected this game down to a science, who leave no evidence behind, who are not gonna risk their freedoms and lives themselves staging a car accident. They will use their clowns. Same with deadly experiments. The research doctor is not gonna stage something. They're gonna send their clowns, their research investigators, to manipulate the test subject's environment to collect data, which is incorrect because that data does not come from a natural environment. It's fraud. But these university students and their whole research staff have been brainwashed, and they're getting paid anyways, right? Where's neuroethics, bioethics? They don't care about that. It's a bunch of fraud. It's a bunch of crime. Oh, we're collecting data. Data on what? Staging car accidents. Who are you using? We're using professional psychopaths. And what are they doing? They're hacking these test subjects' bank accounts. And that's part of our collection data. Are you collecting data on that? So these professional psychopaths are staging car accidents on these test subjects while hacking their bank accounts, while these research doctors are collecting data. Impressive work, neuroscience cartel. So how come these test subjects or victims of human trafficking are denied of legal help? Because if there's a really an honest investigation on what's going on here, who are staging these car accidents, it would be linked to the satanic ritual abuse cartel, the mortgage fraud, identity theft, insurance fraud cartel, the snuff films psychoporn cartel, or in last but not least, the neuroscience cartel. There are a bunch of deadly brain experiments happening right now in this moment, and they're using all these test subjects. They're constantly torturing them, finding out like how the brain can survive, frying them and staging car accidents, hacking their bank accounts, leaving no evidence behind. Let's see how she survives. Exactly. And they use highly intelligent people, especially for their hypergames theory program, where they're walking targets to their death. I will be making a video on this, but later on. And why would they use highly intelligent people to place them on these deadly experiment programs? Because it is them that are needed to perfect their program. What is their program? It's a bunch of human trafficking. Only them can perfect their program, and these hypergame theory sociopaths are constantly collecting data. All right, so I will be making a video on that, but let's go back to staging car accidents. So if you're a target who hasn't done anything, document everything, put a camera in your car, record everything, because they will be staging constantly damaging your car, vandalizing your property, staging car accidents. And if you're a gang stalker, please make a comment at the bottom and tell me if there are life insurance policies placed on these targets, and why is the real reason to stage car accidents if these targets haven't done anything and haven't pissed off anybody to the point that these professional psychopaths are using their street theater personnel to stage car accidents on these targets. Be honest. All right. So the police is involved. So is the fire department. The fire department. Why would the fire department be involved in the Gangstalking program? So I did a little bit of research on this, and it comes to sensory overload. So the fire department, what is the fire department? A bunch of lights and a bunch of loud noise. They are making sure that everybody knows that they're there. It's a whole show, right? So are you telling me that the mental institutions have gone that far that they're even using the fire department to frame these targets with paranoia and schizophrenia? Because if these targets, which is real by the way, feel free to Google it if the fire department is involved in gang stalking. 100% it is. So if these targets go telling their friends and their relatives, hey, guess what? The fire department is following me. You know how whack that sounds? And that's exactly what they want. Like I said before, one of the check marks for human trafficking is abuse of privilege. So somebody higher up is calling these fire departments and telling them, hey, can you make a scene at this location? What location is that? Where the target is. So the target's like, what? sensory overload. So they use the fire department to like freak them out or like to keep them, so that just tells you our tax dollars, what are they being used for. There's no fire, there's no cat on a tree, they're just making a whole show. A bunch of clowns doing what clowns do best, perform for an audience. Yep. So the fire department, unfortunately, I have to say this, or else it wouldn't be all over the internet. The police and the fire department are both of them are involved in gangstalking. But they're just being used by somebody higher than them. It's probably like, hey, what are you doing between 2 and 4? Nothing. Okay, can you go park here? All right, I'm gonna go park in front of this person's house, and these targets are like, oh, okay, like, am I gonna get arrested here? It's just a whole show to freak them out. Gangstalking is a whole show by a bunch of clowns doing what clowns do best, perform for an audience. Same with deadly experiments. It's a whole show by a bunch of clowns doing what clowns do best, perform for an audience. When it comes to deadly experiments, they're using clinical investigators and university students, constantly manipulating the test subject's environment, and that includes their devices, their cell phones and their computers, because they want to see how they react if they're doing some kind of brain research. If they want to see if they can figure out how to fix a problem. So they're constantly, their phones have like in the settings, they have experimental data stuff, a link. Feel free to turn that off, opt out of everything, and that's all for now. But let's go back to staging car accidents. You're a target, document, and ask the police officer to give you an honest police report. Because remember, these police officers are being told not to help these targets out. So you must document. You take photos of everything. Ask the driver, hey, give me your insurance here. Which insurance do you have? Is that really the insurance of this car? Why are you driving this car? Has anyone asked you to stage this car accident? You think they're going to tell you? Of course they're not. And if this dumbass, he's going to be like, yeah, there was a guy, but he just took off. Exactly. Nothing is ever linked. So the police is going to show up, and if it's a really serious accident, the fire department might show up, and the medical, it's a whole show. I really hope nothing happens to you. Wear your seatbelt, drive safe, document. Don't keep those fraudulent traffic tickets, because they are exploiting you for money. They are trying to frame you with they're trying to take your license away from you by giving you fraudulent points that you shouldn't have. All right, they're exploiting you for money, and they're making you look like you are an irresponsible driver by sending you fraudulent traffic tickets. So save them, because most of them are photoshopped and it's all fake, because they're trying to destroy you in every way possible. Staging car accidents is like a part of it. All right, so document, ask the police officer to give you an honest police report, ask them to investigate if that is the real insurance linked to the other car, and make sure you pay your insurance on time. Keep all the receipts of your payments of your insurance, because they might make it look like you are driving an uninsured vehicle because they made your payments disappear. They are very good at making your payments disappear. Why? So you are pulled over driving an uninsured vehicle when you made those payments. When you have money in your bank account, your bank account is making all that stuff. It's so carefully staged by what? To frame you with what? Financial irresponsibility. To frame you with crime, and to frame you with mental illnesses. The goal of this program is mental illness. It's a huge money maker. These psychiatrists live in mansions. All right, so if they need to fill up those prisons, why don't they? There's a lot of criminals out there having a freedom, living a nice life. Why don't they go after them? Same with the psych wards. If they need to fill up those mental institutions, a lot of mentally ill people there. Why are they going after these targets? Oh, she doesn't sleep at night. Hey, the day has 24 hours. Divided by 3. 8 for work, 8 for sleeping, and 8 for like your things that you want to do. As long as you're sleeping the 8 hours in the 24-hour circle, you're set. But even they will even use that if in case that you're up all night and sleep all day, they will even use that to frame you with mental illnesses. So you school them on that. You school them. Or you're gonna tell me that the surgeons that work night shift at GW hospital, they sleep during the day and they're up all night. You're gonna tell me they are mentally ill? So tell them to back the fuck off your life, because that's all it is. They invade your privacy 24/7. They have invaded your life from your past life. That's why they're sending you fraudulent bills. They have invaded your information so they can send you fraudulent traffic tickets. That's what they do to get themselves rich. It's pathetic. And it needs to stop. They need to be exposed. It is really a moneymaker here. It's a huge moneymaker using people to get themselves rich. Is it fair? Is it fair? Is it fair that you're trying to get from point A to point B and they're staging car accidents so they can get a life insurance or whatever they're doing it for? They're not doing it for free. They're getting paid. They are getting paid well, very well, to stage those car accidents. What? Wake up call. These people are getting paid well to stage car accidents. On who? On mostly women who haven't done anything. So they're getting paid to vandalize your car, to stage car accidents, and you're just trying to get to work. They don't care about the outcome. They're getting paid. They love it. They get off on it. Hey, we damaged her car. Now she doesn't have a car. We broke her neck. Now she's gonna be all disabled. Oh shit, she ended up dead. Oops. Let's collect that life insurance. Yes. Right? These people are getting paid to stage car accidents, and it's sick. You should not be afraid of these criminals. I'm not afraid of them because I don't cheat my way to wealth. They do. Clearly they do, and if you expose them, they will figure out how to end your life, and fast. By staging car accidents, poisoning you, or doing whatever they do. They have done this time and time and time again. And they don't like it when these targets expose them. No. Please don't make this. Please do not put these legal documents on a national TV. Please don't. Exactly. Why these targets have no legal help? Because it's a bunch of fraud. No investigations. No. No legal help for you. No medical help for you. No investigations. Because we love that money so much. And all we're hustling legal lawyers. That's what it is. A bunch of fraud. By who? By these cheaters who are cheating their way to wealth. constantly cheating their way to wealth. Constantly cheating their way to wealth. And they need people to get themselves rich, sending them like this legally binding debt, which is, by the way, federal crime. Which I'm not scared of cheaters. I want to work. I can make it happen on my own. They can. They need their whole game. And if you try to expose them, they're gonna stage car accidents on you. No, shut up. We're gonna end up in prison here. Exactly. And this is the reason why these targets don't have legal help. And this is the reason why these police officers don't wanna document or investigate anything. Why? Because check this out. The filthy rich on top are really good at what they do. And this is why I'm being targeted here. I'm being targeted because these professionals with their lawyers are getting filthy rich using other people. Bunch of cheating bitches. That's what they are. And these professionals have access to all these electronic harassment thing gadgets if you try to expose them. No, we're gonna blast you in the head. We're gonna blast you. And we're gonna stage car accidents. And we're gonna poison your food. And we're gonna ridicule you. And we're gonna expose your sex life. Okay, expose it all you want. But let's be fair here. You expose me, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, and you expose this too. Let's be fair. You want to expose all the disgusting things that I had to do to survive while you criminals have been making my money disappear, sending this garbage here? No problem. Expose my garbage, but expose yours too. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Don't go staging car accidents because you made a mistake here. Right? Don't go staging car accidents. Don't go poisoning my food. Don't go sending your criminals with your electronic harassment gadgets because you criminals are really good at the fine print, but it's not. This is a bunch of fraud. And that's why I'm being targeted. And I have to expose this program because they're trying really hard to destroy me in every way they can. And that includes my finances. So my message to you criminals is if you love money so much, no problem, go get a side job. Stop hacking my bank accounts. Stop making my payments disappear. Stop trying to frame me with mental illnesses that I do not have. And if I don't sleep at night, that is none of your business. Like I said, the day has 24 hours. As long as I sleep my 8 hours, I'm all good. So go school yourselves on that. All right? Take care of yourselves. If you're a target individual, document. Don't let them get away with it. Don't let them get themselves rich staging car accidents on you when you haven't done anything. They're getting themselves rich using other people. Gangstalking is human trafficking. Okay? Huge money maker. Huge. And if you try to expose them, staging car accidents. No. No legal help for you. Why not? No investigations. Why not? Exactly. Alright, so take care of yourselves. Be safe. Document everything. Ask the police officers to give you an honest police. The police officers are really nice people. They don't even know what's happening here. They don't know the bigger picture. It's much dangerous people here. Okay, the police officers are just being told not to help you. But they're gonna be nice enough to give you an honest police report if you ask them to. Hey, police officer, please give me an honest police report. Please find out if that insurance policy belongs to that car. You have to ask for this. Because if it's insurance fraud involved in this stuff and staging car accidents, they're gonna manipulate that insurance to benefit them. Premeditating. They have premeditating to benefit the outcome. It's a premeditating game. Staging car accident, they have premeditated. anticipating a benefit for these psychopaths while sabotaging you, the target. The hell? What? So you're staging car accidents to benefit you in some kind of financial way? Go get a side job, criminals. Be a man. They're men. Most of them are men. They're like, picking on who? Women. They're the easiest targets. So for the gang stalkers, you want to expose the disgusting things that I had to do to survive? No problem, but make sure you expose this too. Expose it. Expose all the legal fine print. Right? Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Don't go stop staging car accidents on me. I haven't done anything to piss off anybody to that level. So stop vandalizing my property. Stop making my funds disappear. Stop like trying to frame me with mental illnesses. Stop trying to frame these targets with mental illnesses. Alright, stop with the electronic harassment. This is no secret here. It's all over the internet, or else it will not be all over the internet. Alright? Stop intercepting my mail. Do not use my name for any intellectual property theft. If you like music, because I am a musician, if you like music so much, go to music school like I did. Go practice. Stay up all night. Do whatever you have to do to stay up all night and practice till you get really good. And make it happen. Don't go stealing other people's intellectual property. Don't go stealing other people's real estate just because you can intercept mail and make payments disappear and make it all look like really legit when it's a bunch of organized crime, federal crimes, prison. So don't go staging ways on how to lock me up in prison or lock me up in the psych ward when it is you who are doing a bunch of fraud and staging car accidents on these targets so you don't end up in prison. And like I said before, you wanna expose and discuss, no problem. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Please, expose this. Alright, take care of yourselves. I'm pissed off and I need to get back to my life. I need to get back to work. I need to do my real estate and my music like I was, and some criminals have been intercepting. So to make it look like I don't work, to make it look like I cannot make decisions in my life, to make me look like I'm a beggar. So stop intercepting my work. Stop intercepting. If I'm gonna go pitch a deal or to an investor, a millionaire investor, don't go telling the investor, oh, she's just trying to hustle you for money. The reason that you've been telling that to my investors is because you gang stalkers have never put a business together, have never pitched a deal. And if you did, then you would be doing that. Go watch Shark Tank. You need to come up with an idea, and this is why you criminals are hacking people's brains, because you don't have ideas of your own. Right? Why else are you hacking people's heads? And by the way, I will be making a video on remote neuromonitoring, but I don't want to touch this subject. I want to stay on the staging car accidents. The staging car accidents is it's a move. It's like one of one of those moves. Like it's no longer a game anymore. It's like a solid message here. It's a dangerous message. Don't go putting this on national TV message. Don't. Exactly. And in my case, I have to say this because they have staged multiple car accidents. For what? What did I do? I didn't do anything. You know what happened here? This. And they have been destroying my life. They have destroyed my career. They have destroyed my image. No problem. They have made sure to keep me unemployed for way too long. Just because of this. What is this? A bunch of fraud by their clowns who are intercepting, who are really good at bunch of fraud. So my life is in danger because these criminals don't want to end up in prison. And check this out. My message to these gangstalkers, you know, if you wanted to get away with it, you could have just done that and let me be. But no, that's not good enough for these psychopaths. No, because they know that they fucked up. That's not good enough for them. They have to make sure to put you on a slow kill program to end your life, because if these targets ever wake up and say, hey, you know what, this is wrong here, this is completely illegal here, no legal help for you. Right, psychopaths? Why else are you doing this gang stalking? Are you doing this gang stalking really just to have fun, just so you can jerk off behind a computer screen? I don't think so. To a certain degree you are, because you like it. To a certain degree you are. But this, impressive work, by the way. Impressive work. But you don't fool me. You have for many years. But I'm glad you made a mistake and I woke up and now it's all open. It's really good. And this is why I'm not afraid of you. I don't care what kind of gadgets you have. I don't care. The truth always comes out. So feel free to expose any disgusting things that I've done to survive. Feel free. But you make sure you expose how my money, who's been making my money disappear. You make sure you expose all these nice pages written by your lawyers with a bunch of mistakes. Oops. Exactly. You make sure you do that. And you make sure to tell the truth why you've been staging car accidents on me. Alright, I need to get back to my life. I know you criminals do whatever you do to get yourselves rich. I don't do that. So let me get back to my life. Okay? Don't intercept anything. And if I need to be under investigation, hey, knock on my door. You know where I am. I'm an open book. I'll tell you everything. I'm not afraid of anything. Are you afraid of being exposed? I think you are. And I think that is why the reason you're staging car accidents on me. Because clearly you're a bunch of cheating bitches, man. Cheating your way to wealth. I have to say it, dude. I have to say it. Who are these judges, by the way? Are these judges from the superior court involved in this? I really hope not. I really hope they're being lied to. Because if these judges are involved in this, I don't know, it's like chaos. I really hope they're being lied to. I'm gonna say this because I will take this to the Supreme Court. Are these judges involved in this? Or are they being lied to? I think they're being lied to. I think they're being lied to. Hey, only you know. Only you gangstalkers know the truth here. The truth always comes out. I'm not afraid of the truth. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect human. I've made mistakes in my past, but nothing that will land me in prison. Nothing like this. So stop staging car accidents. Stop poisoning my food. Stop with the electronic harassment. Stop with the whatever you guys professionals do, man. And if you're gonna expose the disgusting things, no problem. Expose yours. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth. That's it for my stage car accidents. I think I went a little too far and I went too deep. But I have to expose these programs because these people are getting rich using other people. And all they need is your identity. And all they need is your identity and your property and your everything that is yours. These targets haven't done anything. They're being exploited for money. Asset stripping. Asset stripping on legal documents. Judges. I really hope this Gangstalking program is not linked to judges. They have to stage ways on how to destroy these targets' image so they can be placed on a list. So they can get away with this. What list is that? The staging car accidents list. What list is that? The character assassination list. What list is that? The gaslighting list. Who does the gaslighting? Premeditating psychopath. What is premeditating? Anticipating an outcome that benefits these psychopaths while sabotaging the targets. That's what it is. Gangstalking, human trafficking, the same thing. Asset stripping, identity theft, mail fraud. They try framing me with mail theft. Good job on that. They try framing me with a long list. It's amazing how they do it. It's amazing. Whoa, I'm impressed. Hey, Gangstalkers, I'm impressed by your work. I'm proud of you guys. Like, you put in some work behind this, your program. You can't just do these documents and just, no, you have to do the whole show, man. You cannot just do these documents and be like, okay, no. You have to create a whole show. And that includes police officers in the fire department to freak these targets out because it's a bunch of fraud. You have to keep these targets unemployed. You have to destroy these targets' clothes. You have to stain their clothes so they can be unattractive. You really constantly have to freak them out, getting upset, and these targets are just like, some of them become alcoholics, drug addicts. Thankfully, I don't have any addictions. Me, no addictions here. So don't even go saying, oh, I have a beer or two, I have smoked cigarettes. I'm not addicted to anything. No addictions here. You are clearly addicted to greed. Greed is the mother of all evil. And you criminals are a bunch of evil bitches who are cheating your way to wealth, clearly, using other people. Greedy bitches. I am not afraid of greedy bitches who are abusing what? Oh, abuse of privilege. Like I said, I really hope these judges are not involved in this. I really hope they're being lied to, because these legal documents have judges' names in them. So don't go staging car accidents on me just so you criminals can get away with, like, stop intercepting my mail, stop using my identity for whatever you guys are using my identity. Don't go making fraudulent claims under my name. Don't go suing anybody, impersonating me. And stay away from my intellectual property. You want that? You want any intellectual? Go make it on your own. Go make it on your own. Don't go stealing it from people and staging car accidents on them. Ooh, I'm gonna get myself rich now. You want real estate? Make it happen on your own. Don't go do this and staging car accidents on these targets. I got real estate now. Free real estate. You want money? Go work. Put that money in your bank account. Don't go hacking into people's bank accounts and staging car accidents. Oh, I got money now. Reality check who the criminals here are. Reality check who the mentally ill are. This is mental illness right here. These people need to be locked up either in prison or like in the mental institution, because these people who wrote these documents cannot even how mentally ill are these people who cannot even have their shit together. This is some serious mental illness right here. So don't go luck with framing me with mental illnesses. All right, good luck. Whoever wrote these documents are mentally ill, and I believe I have a name, because the name is clearly on the front page. Lawyer from somewhere in Virginia. Cute voice, by the way. You sound really young. You sound like you are getting paid under the table. Lawyer. Lawyer from Virginia, who you put your name on the front page. Make sure you do your research really well so you can write your fine print, because your fine print is amazing. But clearly you don't pay attention to detail. So, lawyer from Virginia, you're gonna have to swear under oath. Where did you get your facts from? Who gave them to you? How did you come up with this document? This is why these targets don't have legal help. This is why they're staging car accidents on these targets. Lawyer from Virginia, don't. Alright, this is all I have to say for staging car accidents. It's a bunch of fraud. It's a bunch of fraud, and they're using these targets to exploit them in every way they can for a lot of money. Clearly, gangstalkers are a bunch of greedy, sociopaths, psychopaths, sadists who don't care about anybody. They don't even care about their friends. They don't. All they care about is making money, making themselves rich. And these people are extremely dangerous. They will use their own family to make themselves rich. I heard stories that they sell their own wives and children to get themselves rich. They're sick. That's all they care about. All they care about. If you Google what a psychopath, sociopath, sadists are, they're like lizards. A lizard. Does a lizard take care of the babies? No, you don't. Lizard has the babies and that's it. Good luck. Lizards eat their own kind. A big lizard would eat a small lizard. That's what a psychopath, sociopath, and sadist are. That they don't care about anybody. All they care about is sex and money. That's all they care about. They're lizards. Hey lawyer, are you a lizard? How much do you get paid to write these documents? Are you a lizard? Do you really care about your reputation, or you only care about getting paid? Because if you cared about your reputation, you would do some research. Hundreds of 300 pages. How did you get this? Do lizards care about their reputation? No, they don't care. All they care about is the greed. Greed is the mother of all evil. These targets are being exploited for money by a bunch of lizards who all they care about is making money. And if you try to expose these lizards, they will send their clowns to stage car accidents on you. That's what Gangstalking